So we're going to do our after class report on how my firearms fared. So what I did was I took a 1911 class, 2-day class, shot about 1,200 rounds total. And so we're just going to go through these real quick. I'll start with this guy here. This is the first gun I shot. Get this out of the way. And these are all the mags. What's left of the mags, I can see they're kind of dirty. We'll go over those as well. Alright, so this is the Kimber Aegis. I have not cleaned this yet. It did pretty well throughout the day. I shot 650 rounds on the first day with this, and it wasn't until the last string it actually broke the, see here, it broke off the fiber. The rod and the carrier is all gone. So I'm going to check to make sure it's clear. No mag. Overall, this did pretty good. Dirty, of course. Like I said, 650 rounds, no hiccups really. Did fine. Okay, the next one is my Smith & Wesson SW 1911 PD. This one I didn't shoot a whole lot. It's not that dirty. Did have a couple of malfunctions. Basically, it's fairly dry, and we did get one stuck in the shelf in here. We had to shove it down back in there to get it cleared, which you can see here. Okay, so this one I didn't shoot a whole lot. It had a couple of malfunctions. It ended up, we determined it was pretty dry, and I needed to go clean it, which I ended up doing, and it started running fine after that. But it got caught on the shelf here once, and had a couple failure feeds, so we retired it for the day until I can go get it cleaned real quick, and then it never really got back into service. This is a commander length Smith & Wesson 1911 PD. It's got the aluminum lower, steel upper. It's a fairly lightweight compared to this guy. We had this. This is my Tisas Yukon. This is in 10mm. I ran this most of the second day. This one started failing at the end. At first we thought it was a magazine issue, but after reviewing the video, which you can see, I was getting failure to feed. This one probably has 300 to 400 rounds through it, most of the second day. And it seems to be holding up just fine. I think I'm going to, when I take this down, I'm going to clean it really well, loop it up better, and run it through tests at static range. So one thing with these classes is that you're running a lot of guns. In our case, it wasn't too windy, but it was fairly dusty, higher altitude, and you really get to see what guns are going to hold up and which ones aren't. Overall, they did pretty good. Like I said, this one, the Kimber started failing near the end of the day. Mainly this. I think it may have had one failure to feed, but otherwise it worked really well. Fairly accurate shooter, low recoil with the weight and everything. This one is much harder to control, although you have more grip than on here. So you have this bobtail going on. But for my hands, I don't really get down in there. Doesn't matter a whole lot. And then this similar profile to this guy here. Oh, I did lose a screw completely. It was starting to back out. Hopefully it's in the case. I'll have to get that replaced. I did notice these were backing out when I was putting things away. Likewise with the Yukon, screws are backing out, so you need to keep in mind that. Probably need to lube these every couple hundred rounds and tighten your screws. They can have spare screws for that. We'll go ahead and take a look at the barrels here. So this is has the bull barrel on it. Yeah, a lot of carbon in there, definitely need cleaned. Likewise in here. Oh, it's dirty in there as well. Probably can't see that. Yeah, definitely dirty. Probably needed to clean that before the end of the day. Better set those aside. Take a look at some of the magazines. So these 44 mags, I used almost all of them. It was actually pretty clean. We're going to take all these apart and fully clean them though. So you're going to stick a pin in here, push in the spring, and push it forward. Make sure there's no rounds in here, otherwise it's going to go flying. So this will just slide off. And then we'll get these are recessed this way instead of flaring out. Some flare out like this. These come in. Alright, follower, although it's fairly cut down, whereas some of these others, like this style, I believe is going to have these metal followers. Alright, I almost forgot about this one as well. This is my 9mm. This one I started out on the second day, and it was doing fine until it started getting really dirty and dry. And then I switched to my 10mm and shot that for a while. Then after lunch, once I had a chance to clean it, I brought this back into action. It's much lighter than the other guns, so it's also less snappy because of 9mm. Anyway, we'll take a look at this to see how dirty it is. I was able to field strip it real quick and spray the hopes in it. That's not too bad. It's fairly dirty. Same here and here. So I'm going to give it a good clean. It should be good to go. First we'll test these, see how loose they are. Yep, starting to loosen up. So a lesson on this is that after every couple hundred rounds, or at every significant break, at least at lunch, when I test these, and clean them up a little bit so they can get kind of finicky.
On you, Kathy. Right, arch, speed up. Rip safe.
Right, Mark, look small.
Yeah,
Tighten
I
it
mean,
up.
the gun's doing fine.
Not really, it's typical. Now get your shots.
That said,
Look at the gun.
No, I mean, no. I mean, I guess.
Stand by.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate it.
Shit. Lock it, strip it, rack it 3 times, put a new mag in there. Alright, there we go. On draw and fire 6. Shooter ready.
Yep.
Stand by. Okay. Holster up, 4 flat. Shooter ready.
Yep.
Stand by. Alright.
probably shots on the thing, doesn't matter.
Ah.
It's alright. Alright. Cool. Just yeah, you hit it. That was it. Nice.
Go.
There you go.
This is why when I start doing IDPA, it's going to suck.
No, come on.
So you guys not gripping. You won't grip it. Starts moving in. Yeah, a little pretty. Every time he shoots, so it takes time. Every time he gets into the squirt gun or told You went twice. There we go.
I was about to say,
Get your hits fast. Get your hits.
I kind of, there you go, far.
There you go.
How much?